Hi, I'm here to tell you about the characters of my work. And for this explaining, I prepared my paint image to help your understanding. That's it. And I'm going to tell you about this work. Okay, then the schedule about the presentation. There are two characters I want to say about this work. So, 2 points. The first one is the high contrast. That is big point of my work. Then the second is realistic description, like a hyper-realistic painter. Okay, let's move on the first point, high contrast. At first, the motivation of this high contrasting style was a painter named Michelangelo da Caravaggio. Caravaggio, who lived in Italy in 16th century to 17th century, drew the painting as high contrast. There are strong shadows by highlights, and he usually shed the lights on the figure, person. So there is little description of background like me. Just painted dark color, dark brown, black, and so on. First time I saw his work is in the Western Art History class of last semester, and learning classical painting. There was his work too. When I saw his work, it looked a little bit gloomy and somber. I felt that it spoke to me um, in a quiet voice. I found that was because of the dramatic contrasting, so I could feel a deep mood. I liked that, and I tried this style. I wanted to put those moods on my work. There is a girl in a large size almost in the middle of the canvas. She shoots white lights, but unlike this, the background is strong black. As this white and black contrasting, the girl looks so brilliant with white color, and it looks more dramatic. Her face looks somber. Her eyes tell me I am lonely. Or you can feel gloomy too. Whether you feel anything, maybe I'm sure that your feeling becomes high as this white and black contrasting. Now, for this style, I'll tell you which materials I used on my work. Basically, it's painted with oil color. To paint with color on canvas, it needs gesso procedure for foundation. I used black gesso to express contrasting easily. It is different from pre-existing white gesso. It helps the final product to get some dark mood. I painted the parts being background with this black gesso and white gesso on the figure parts. Through this process, before I draw, I divided black and white parts with gesso in advance. Because of this foundation, I can be successful contrasting picture. The black part could be more black and white part could be more white. Then we go to next point, realistic description. I painted a girl looks nice. Her eyes goes her right side and she keeps silent. And I like drawing first person realistically, organic curving line and delicate skin and mellow description of eyes, nose, lips, and I wanted to convey some sentiments through this vivid description. So people can feel they're feeling lively. There is my intention to that I draw her face big size. Don't you feel her feeling in her somber face and steady motion? Okay, the reason I draw this realism painting is not only to convey feeling vividly, but also I'm fascinated by that style through the hyperrealism class of this semester. The process of to express something detailed and inspect something closely for describing is big amusement to me. The first time of that class was realistic describing art materials. That experience was helpful to this work, I think. I could be more fast and more skillful. Then, tell you about materials and methods for this realism work. First, I prepared a picture of a girl and try hard to draw as it is. And very detailed parts like her pupils, eyelashes, her blonde hair with highlights, wrinkled lips, and so on. In order to draw natural describing, I used very slender brush. I had a lot of this kind of brush. It was helpful, especially hair and skin describing. Also, I used pen brush to show rich gradation. The function of that brush is making gradation as blurring boundaries between colors. This brush usually used oil painting. An oil painting is suitable to draw a realistic picture. Also, it shows deep color taste which comes up from the bottom layer, and so I retouched many times, and finally I could make more natural picture. One more method of my work was using lots of turpentine oil. I usually use mixed turpentine and linseed of 50-50, but this hyperrealism occasion, oil color should be more flexible and flowing. So instead of 50-50, I used more turpentine than linseed. Because turpentine oil let the oil color melt down. That is almost all of which I used on realistic painting. So overall, I explained two categories of my work. One is about contrast and the other is about realism. Also motivation and experiences and some materials and methods of each category too. And I think I'll continue this style of painting for a while, and it is best way to let people feel their mood dramatically and realistically. Anyway, it's time to finish. Appreciate your listening about my work and have a good winter vacation. Fine, goodbye all about you.